Hello everyone, welcome back to another Art for Kids Sunday. Today we're going to be drawing a baby giraffe. So grab your pencils and paper and let's get started.
Okay guys, for the first step, we're going to draw a circle here in the middle of the paper, or kind of towards the top, I guess. So that's going to be the head, but we're going to mess around with that circle to make it more custom the way we want it. So he has some little horns on top of his head, so we're going to have to think about leaving room at the top of the circle for the horns. So I am going to, let me see, I think I'm going to put it maybe right here. Yep, I think that's good. All right, so now what we're going to do to our circle, that's step one basically. It's just putting in a point where we're going to work on our head. All right, so let's move on to step two. And step two is we're going to be putting in his horns and some cheeks and stuff like that. So we want some cheeks to come out here at the bottom. So I'm going to start about right here. And we're going to kind of flare out a bit and then curve it around like that. And then we're going to meet up with the circle again right here. Okay, so he has like a little cheek right there. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing on this side. So we're just going to have it come out a little bit and then meet up with that circle again. Okay, so that's how we want that. Maybe this one is coming out a little bit too much, so I'm going to bring that back a bit. Okay, let me take off that so I don't get confused as to which one I want. Okay, yeah, I think that's better. We want it really pronounced. We want it just barely where we can see we got a cheek coming out. And at the bottom here, we're going to have a chin. So kind of in the middle, maybe that's about the middle point. We're going to have just a little loop that comes out like that. And that's basically it for the bottom portion. And in the top, we're going to put in some horns. So let's figure out where we want our horns first. So we're going to have two little stalks come out like this. Okay, and then maybe one here and here. Are they even? Maybe not. Maybe here and here. You guys notice I got a new eraser, so it lets me get into those little tight corners that I couldn't get in with that Mount Fuji eraser. All right, yeah, I think that's even. I like those. All right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to do a line that's going across like that to close them off. And then they've got a little hair on the top of their horns. So I'm just going to make a little jaggedy edge and make it come down like that. So little jagged hairs and then make it come down like that. Okay, that's good. And I think that is going to do it for step two. Actually, let's put in a little bit of hair right here on the top of his head. So we got this circle coming across. Let's come up with a little bit of a hair sticking up here on top. I'll do 3 little jagged marks like that is good enough. All right, and there we got our head. So I like the way it came out. All right, so let's move on to step 3. Step 3, we're going to put in his ears. I'm going to try to start cleaning this up a little bit. Yep, that's good. I like it. Okay, so step 3, we're going to put in his ears. So what we're going to do is we're going to come out about right here. That's much better. So you see I started that going up a lot quicker than I did before. And then this part here, yeah, I think it doesn't look that bad. Let me see what we got here. That's fine. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so that's kind of what we want with the ear. That one turned out much better than the first one. All right, and then we want to put this one on this side, just like it did, that one. So if you are working with an iPad, it's much easier because you can just duplicate that one and then flip it horizontally and move it over here, and then you got a perfect copy of that ear. But since we're working with traditional materials, we have to do this on our own. So let's try to match that horn, or ear, I'm sorry. So we got this going up. It's close, but it's not quite there. So this one's much fatter than this one is. So let me see the top. Yeah, I got the top matching pretty good. Then maybe have this thing come down a little bit more. Let's see if that bottom is matching. Yep. Yep, that's much better. Okay. Now, they don't have to be exactly alike. I mean, probably if you look at two giraffes' ears, they're probably not exactly the same. All right. So I think we're going to go with that. Okay, very good. So the next thing we're going to do, that's step 3 done. Actually, we need to put some little details in the ears here. So let's do a line up here, not to the end, but kind of in a little bit from the edge. And then we're going to follow along this curve here. And then we're going to go down and kind of meet up with the head right there. So it kind of gives it that over part, that flap that we can see. And then the inside of the ear is right in here. So we're going to do another line about like that. And then let's do one more. We'll have it going up like that. Yep, okay. And then let's do the same thing on this side. Do one over here. And then we'll have one going there. And then we'll have one shooting up. Yep, that's good. Okay, so step 3 is completed. Now let's move on to step 4. We're going to give the little giraffe a body now. So let's do a neck on both sides of his chin right here. So we're going to come out right here. And I'll probably have him curving in a little bit. So in and then back out again. So about like that. All right, and then he's going to have some shoulders here. So we're going to come out with the shoulders. Like that. Let's see if we can match that one. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start to go in a little bit. And then here at the bottom, we're going to flare out a little bit where his foot's going to be. Okay, and then we'll have this guy come up to about right here maybe. And let's see where we got this one. We're going to have him come down to about here. And then we'll have it come up about like that. Maybe not such a big curve. Okay. Not happy with this shoulder here. Let me see how that looks. Yeah. Looks like he's kind of leaning to the left a little bit. So we might have to bring this foot out a little bit more right here. Does that fix him? Yep, that's better. And then maybe we can make this a little bit wider. Yep, that's good. So that's what we want for the body. So we just got 2 shoulders here and then legs coming down here in the middle. So that is step 4 done. Let's move on to step 5. And step 5, we're going to be putting in his back legs. All right, and his back leg, he's going to be sitting down. So let's do a hip about right here, and let's curve it down like that. And then we'll do it on this side, so kind of look at the same point here. I'm going to have one coming down like that. And we have 2 little hips. Okay, and then let's see, we're going to have his leg coming out like this. And then like that. And then maybe coming back up to meet up right there. Alright, and then let's do a kind of an oval here for the bottom of his feet. And maybe we can fix this where it matches up to the bottom. So something like that. Maybe it's a little too long. I'm going to kind of shorten that a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. A little bit shorter. All right, and then we're going to do another one on this side, so it don't have to match perfect. So we're just going to come out, and we're going to go up, maybe come down like that, and then meet up right over there, and then another circle here. Let me see. Yeah, I made that one too long too. So we're going to bring that circle in some. Maybe the circle is too big. That's better. Maybe this guy can come out a bit more. Yeah, and then we're going to match this right here. We'll do a little curved line where his legs are supposed to be connected. I think that's good. So step 5, let me see. We need one more thing. We need his tail. We're going to have a little tail come up right here. So just do two little horizontal lines like that, and then we're going to put a little bit of hair on the end like we did on his horns right there. Just like that. All right, and that is step 5 done. Okay, I think it's looking good. We got the outline done pretty good. We've got all of our proportions where we want them. So let's how about let's add his face next. So we'll do that. So let's see here. Where should we put his eyes? I think I'm going to put in an eyebrow here to kind of give me a judge where I want the eyes to be. So there's one right there, and then I'll do another one about there. Okay, now I can kind of judge where I want the eyes to be. So let's make the curve maybe right there. Okay, and then we'll have this like that. Okay, and then the nose is going to be somewhere about right here. Yeah, I think that's good. We'll do that. It has some big eyes. Okay, very good. And now let's see if we can put another one over here. So just like that one. So we can have like a little point here in the corner. And then we're just going to have an oval that matches up with that one. And I think that's pretty good. I like how those eyes turned out. All right, and then we're gonna have a lid, an eyelid here. So we're just gonna kind of do a curve like that. It's gonna have like a little eyelid, and then we're gonna have some little eyelashes. And 3 little eyelashes come out like this, so little jagged marks like that. And then we're gonna do an eyeball here in the middle. So it's gonna be an oval, kind of like that. I'm going to do one over here. Yep. I really like it. It turned out really good for the eyes. Okay, now let's do his nose. So he's going to have like kind of like a pig nose in a way. So it's going to be like this. Okay, and then we're going to have a nose hole here and another one there. And then we're going to have some lines along the bridge like that. And then we're going to have a mouth coming out the bottom here. This is getting messy. I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Sometimes your sketching starts to get messy. You just got to clean it up and start again. Do it right there. And then we're going to have a tongue right there. Yep, I like it. That's good. Okay, so let me see if there's anything else. I guess we can start putting in some details on the top of his head here. So, as you know, giraffes have these brown kind of geometric shapes, spots on them. So we're gonna do like a little diamond here, right there. And then maybe something like that. We'll do one right here. Maybe one up there. Let's put a kind of a half moon right there. We'll do one up here on the hair. Maybe one right there. Do another half moon shape right there. Do a long thin one right here. There we go. Let's do a oval here. And then we'll do one here at the top. I think it's about good. We don't need to go overboard with it. Too much is not good. Okay, so that is step 6 completed. Let's move on to step 7, and that will be our final step. We're going to put in some more details here on the bodies, just like we did on the head there. Okay, so let's see. Let's do some lines right here on the leg, so some curved lines to show some wrinkles right there at that joint. All right, let's do here, and then we'll round some up like that. Okay, let's put a spot here, maybe right there. Okay, now for his feet, they kind of got like little hoofs. So I am going to just do a wiggly line like this, and that part on the bottom here will be a different color. So just like that. All right, and then maybe that didn't turn out good. Kind of a wrinkle line like that. Do one like this. Maybe that's his knees or something. We'll have one coming down right there. Okay, and then let's start putting some little shapes. We'll do some right here on this leg. We'll do like a little square here, and then maybe another one right there. That's enough right there. All right, and then let's do some here on these legs. So let's do one right there. We'll do one on the edge. Maybe do one right here. Do a little one there. Here, and then maybe a line like that. All right, let's do a big one up here. We got some more room, so we'll put in some bigger shapes. Okay, and then let's do maybe another one right here. Okay, and how about this side? We'll do one right there. Do one there. Do a rounded one there. And let's do a big one right here, kind of like you got one over there. And then we'll start doing some smaller ones here. Yeah, I think that's good. Just do another line right there. All right, and then here in the middle, you're going to have like a little shape. Kind of like that. Okay, I think that has done it with the sketch. All right, very good, guys. It turned out really good. Okay, guys, we're back. Let's move into the coloring process. I will put the colors that I'm using on the screen right now. And probably, of course, the yellow is going to be the biggest part. So let's go ahead and do the yellow. So we're just going to do the body, the ears, the legs, the arms here. And I think that's it. The nose is also yellow. So everything except the tops of the horns, the eyes, and the bottoms of the feet, and so including these two and then these two right here. So we don't want the spots either. So if you can kind of just, when you're coloring, if you want to, you can just kind of go over those spots, but like really lightly. And then when we do the orange over that, we can see it. So you won't have to try to go around the edges so tightly. You can just color in darker when you're right here. And then when you get to that spot, you can just do it really lightly. So that will help you color in, because that's going to be kind of hard to go around all of those little edges. All right, and this is the part where I speed the video up. You guys can go ahead and pause it if you'd like, and then push play when you're finished coloring yours. Okay guys, we're back. We've got all the yellow part done. So let me see what's next. Let's go ahead and do, pick up your brown here. And let's do the hairs on top of the horns. And while we're doing this, I'd like to talk to you guys a little bit. Something that is changing with the channel. So starting in March, which this video will be released in March, I am going to be offering these detailed instruction sheets that I usually put up on the screen and show you what steps we're on. But I'm going to be creating them in a high-res format, A4 size paper, so regular sheet of paper size. And you will be able to go and download this. They are usually come in a couple of pages because I make them much bigger, so you can follow along with the tutorials much better. Now, to get those, it is going to be, I'm starting a Patreon. So they will be 3 tiers on the Patreon. There will be a Art for Kids tier, which is a couple of dollars a month. But you will get 4 of these highly high detailed instruction sheets. And also you will get extra videos that are not on the regular channel, that are made just for Patreon subscribers only. So that's a bonus there. So if you are interested in that and you'd like to get these sheets right here, there'll be, again, four videos a month from the regular videos on the channel, and then there will be the extra ones that you get for being a Patreon subscriber. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's do our orange now. Let's do these spots. So everywhere you have a spot here, we're going to go ahead and do that in orange. So the ones that you went over with your yellow a little bit, it won't matter because this is a darker color. So it should cover up those pretty good, and it might make a cool new color. So as we were saying about the Patreon, if you are interested in that, I will leave a link in the description below, and you can go check that out. Okay, then let's do these up here. All right, looks good. We got all the spots in. Okay, let's pick up your black and let's do the black parts. So we're going to do the bottoms of his feet. Okay, and then inside of his mouth. So kind of leave that space right there for his tongue, as we're going to paint that kind of a pinkish or a reddish color. And I think I'm going to do... Okay. All right, and then the eyes inside. And then I'll try to leave like a circle right here and a circle right here. We're going to color around that, so we want that to stay white. And then all the rest of the eye is going to be black. So that'll be like the little shiny part in his eye. Okay, and the nose holes here, we'll put those in black. All right, I think that's good. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to start doing our outline. So everywhere that you have a pencil mark, we want to go ahead and do a darker outline. If you want to do a lighter outline around the spots, that's fine. You might not want it really dark like the outside of the outline. So what I mean by that is, so if we want the outside here to be kind of dark, and then the inside here we can just kind of make it a little bit lighter. So not so dark. All right, so let's do that now. so take your red and just color in that tongue a little bit right there. All right, and that is it, guys. We are finished. I hope you enjoyed this video. It is a little bit more complex than normal, but I think you guys are getting better and better at drawing, so I think you can do it. I think you can step up your art game and show your parents what you can achieve. So with that, I want to thank you so much. Check out the Patreon if you want to get these highly detailed instructional sheets. And with that, I will see you guys next week for another Art for Kids video. Take care and keep practicing.